Next up is Greece versus the Faroe Islands. So the Faroe Islands drop another 3 points. It's like they didn't even bother to turn up and just surrendered and quit the match at the start of the game.
Yeah, they probably did.
Like
That's what I would do.
We have video evidence. I'm about to show the video evidence of them just quitting at the start of the game. Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
And I believe I've just got word that the game has had to have been abandoned between Finland and the Faroe Islands because the Faroe Islands were so busy celebrating their 3-0 defeat last night that they haven't made it. They didn't turn up.
It's a real shame. It's a real shame.
The visual representation of that is just simply pressing start and quitting the game. But that's really what happened, you know. I have to do it for them, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's.
You have to announce these kind of things, don't you? Really,
enforce the rules. I'm afraid.
Yeah, of course. It's unfortunate.
Next up is Belarus versus the Faroe Islands. So Belarus going to get another 3 points here.
So what happened to the Faroe Islands? You know, obviously, you know, we heard about them celebrating their their loss a bit too hard the other time.
Oh, yeah. You'd never believe it. Traffic jam.
You're joking.
No, I'm deadly serious. Even in, where's this one be? Portugal, isn't it? Portugal, because they won the last one. Even in Portugal, right, there are so many traffic jams.
Who knew?
I know, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Am I going to have to think of a different, out of character, am I going to have to think of another anecdote for each one?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
I'm not doing it for the other 3, because I could probably only think of about 10 before I start repeating them.
We got this, man.
Before I start repeating them.
We got this.
Alright. Okay, next up, it's the Faroe Islands versus Albania.
So Albania with the 3 points.
Yep. And what happened to the Faroe Islands? Mafia got involved. Specifically the Albanian Mafia. Oh no, that's bad.
Who knows?
Shot!
The Albanian Mafia shot the coach of
the Faroe Islands. It's fine, it was only in the arm, he's okay.
He's not dead, they just have to forfeit the match.
No, well, he was actually shot in both arms, so at the moment both of his arms are in slings. They're in slings, he's recovering, but he can't be on the sidelines anymore doing that.
Christ.
You can't do that anymore. That's why they're losing 3-0 all the time. See, Faroe Islands, we're here for you. We're making up excuses to why your team's not very good. Next up, it's Cyprus versus the Faroe Islands.
Tough one to call again.
No, it's not. It's Faroe Islands.
Well, no. So with the Faroe Islands, you know, they had a good opportunity to actually win this game. However, unfortunately, due to they had a bout of flu go around in the team hotel. And unfortunately, because they had that bout of flu, they only had 6 players eligible to play, and they had to forfeit the game. So unfortunately, I feel like they could have won this one, honestly. But you know, these things happen, right?
Yeah, and you know, they. To be honest, fair play. The spirited 6 players actually turned up for the game, but then they were randomly eaten by the dog of Hades. Completely surprised about that.
Jesus. Who knew?
I know, it's crazy. Next up, the Faroe Islands are going up against Bulgaria.
I'm hearing they just played really badly. They lost 3-0.
Yeah, fair enough. I saw that as well. Yeah, great result for Bulgaria. They held it well at the back. You know, they pushed forward when they needed to. And today's referee, Mr. Jay Braun, did amazingly well.
It's true.
You know, Jay Braun, by far, best referee of the tournament so far.
I completely agree. It was a well-managed game.
And Faroe Islands did well against Bulgaria to only lose by 3. I think they can go away happy with this one. Without getting shot by the Mafia or eaten by Cerberus. So, you know, yeah. But maybe in the second... So we're coming close to the second half of this. So maybe they'll... maybe they'll get some better runs. Next up, it's the Pharaoh Islands versus Montenegro. So I actually heard about this one. Is that wild animals with this one? You know, wild animals. There was some snakes and spiders, and some wallabies even, which is shocking for Montenegro. You wouldn't expect that. You know?
They're not native, are they? That's
Exactly,
for sure.
they're not native to Montenegro, but apparently they were there. It's like also they were suffering from jet lag because of how far it was away.
Who knows?
It was insane. It was very insane moment. But anyway, they couldn't make it. I think one of them wasn't poisoned, and three of them also had jet lag that were poisoned by these snakes and spiders native to Montenegro randomly. And yeah, they lost 3-0.
I'm looking forward to when the actual tournament's being held in. Obviously, the finals are being held in Portugal, as we know.
Yeah. It's like, oh, Ronaldo has turned up every single time.
Ronaldo.
It's Rui Costa.
Manuel Rui Costa, what a guy.
Rui Costa. Mourinho's turned up and parked the bus on them.
Who knew?
We're gonna have so much fun with that. Shame Pharaoh Islands ain't gonna make it though.
Yep.
But a team will take their place handily. Next up, it's Faroe Islands versus Slovenia. So what actually happened here is I'll tell you what happened here. What happened here is they just didn't turn up for the match.
Legends.
I mean, they didn't turn up for the match, so it had to be a forfeit 3-0 victory for Slovenia because the Faroe Islands went to the wrong country. They went to Slovakia instead.
Ah, makes sense.
You know, they went to the wrong country. I mean, it's fine and everything because there's only like 2 letters between the two, and the flags look very similar.
Yeah, you can get them confused very easily.
Exactly.
You know, I personally have done it a lot of times, so yeah, I can understand and I can relate to what they've done.
Yes,
so.
they just didn't turn up, and the bastards at the Global Trophy, the board, said that we can't be bothered to postpone your match. Like, I've seen Scotland fight in thunder and hail before.
Yep.
They actually won that match 5-0. It seems to work for them.
That's me.
Anyway, so Faroe Islands with another defeat.
They've had a really poor run, haven't they?
I know, it's a really bad run. It's Lemony Snickets all over again, isn't it? Next up, it's Faroe Islands. I wonder what they're going to have this time. Versus Bosnia-Herzegovina. Good luck, Sam.
I am hearing on that unfortunately the Faroe Islands, their coach driver was actually attacked, and unfortunately he rolled the coach and they just couldn't come to the stadium today. So unfortunately they had to forfeit the game.
Oh, the coach driver. God,
it was such a shame. It was a rotten bit of luck. You couldn't believe it. The poor guy was just driving up to to collect them from the hotel, and yeah, that's it.
They don't like many of these, a lot of these European countries do not like anyone from the Faroe Islands if their job title includes the word coach in it.
No,
first
of all,
the coach in Albania, their actual manager in Albania, happened, and now, coach driver roles.
Yeah, coach driver as well.
Jeez,
such a shame.
I've just got a word. Dead.
Oh, you're joking me.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's tragic.
Okay, the Faroe Islands.
Yeah.
For this one, I'll tell you what happened. They got drunk.
You're joking.
No, they they were hanging. Seriously hanging. It was a ploy by the opposing fans, the Scottish fans. Also, because of it's coming home. Just being in the exact same vicinity as a Scotsman means that you get such a big headache because you're dehydrated because of all the sodium that's in the air.
Crazy.
And that's exactly what happened. Just none of them could make it. They couldn't even kick the ball for kickoff, and the referee just went, "I'm throwing this match out." It's a 3-0 win.
There's no point, lads. There's no point.
Yeah, so it's a 3-0 win for Scotland. Obviously, the Scots known for holding their drink a lot better than the Faroe Islands, because the Faroe Islands, I don't know much about them. So there we go. Luxembourg versus the Faroe Islands. Sam?
Now I'm hearing they went to Liechtenstein.
What?
Much like earlier with Slovakia and Slovenia, they went to the wrong country. I can't believe it. Did it again?
Oh God!
Obviously, with their coach driver getting killed, obviously it was tragic for it to happen. But sadly, due to they obviously lost their coach, who was a really expert driver. Obviously, getting Slovakia and Slovenia mixed up is one thing, but
that's everybody. That would be everybody that could do that.
I know, and he went the wrong way, and that's it. He's done.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. So yes, sadly, Mr. J. Braun again, the referee.
Oh, maybe it's him. Maybe he's the conspirator.
J. Braun, Mr. Braun, the referee.
Mr. Braun is a conspirator against
of all teams. You could have chose Bulgaria, Greece, Czech Republic, Norway, Australia, Montenegro. I mean, Hungary. Even Scotland. And you decide to pick the Faroe Islands, who probably wouldn't have made it anyway. Honestly. Bloody Braun! We thought you were a good referee.
Hey, look, just saying.
Yeah. It's just gossip at the moment, though. But it might be true.
It might be true. Who knows?
We'll see it in next week's Heat magazine, I'm guessing. So that's fine.
Oof, edgy.
Oof, dirty. Hungary are next up against the Faroe Islands. Now, what happened here, from what I've heard, is because they sacked one coach driver and the other coach driver died, their local coach company is no longer giving them any more coaches.
So they just can't travel to any more games. So they actually have to forfeit the rest of the competition.
No. Just for this one, they've been able to sort out with the recent, newly acquired in the Faroe Islands Uber taxi firm to ferry them 4x4 to the game. But sadly, they could only have this new Uber policy in the Faroe Islands means that they can only have one taxi going at a time.
I see.
So they have to turn up a few days before the game. But yeah, that's what's happened. Damn those bloody Faroe Islands coach companies.
They've been so unlucky.
Bloody awful.
Another 3-0 loss for the Faroe Islands there.
Yeah, I think they're out at this point.
0 points.
In fact, from what I've heard, they've actually just given up and gone home.
Okay, so they're not going to play anymore.
They're not even bothering with the last two matches. They've just given up and gone home.
Oh, so they're out. That's a shame for Faroe Islands. They've played well in some games, but in the one game that they played, they were unlucky.
Yeah. Yes, indeed they were. And we will miss them. We will miss them in this tournament. And best of luck for next year, I think, for the Faroe Islands.
Yeah,
we'll have a much better performance. Just make sure that your actual team gets higher up in the FIFA rankings. While Norway have just qualified because they have just beaten the Faroe Islands, who have gone home.
As we've already said, they have left.
They've just buggered off. They've gone home. They're sick and tired of it. They're sick and tired of everyone else in Europe, doing whatever they can. They've been shot. Some of their players have been eaten. Their coach has rolled, and their coach driver has died. Their actual manager has been shot. They have inhaled Scots.
It's a real shame.
They didn't know where Luxembourg was.
Or Slovakia.
They were jet lagged.
Yeah, I don't know why they were jet lagged. I mean, there's no reason to be, but
I mean, yeah, it's just been a really bad tournament for them. Do you know? I think I actually agree with you now that it's not the actual tournament that people want to see for this. I think it's us now. Now I understand. These are real events that have definitely happened. Yeah. Oh, that is such a shame for Scotland.
Robbed.
Damn it, Pharaoh Islands, you took it back.